So here we've got Nick Walters, our new intern, on spring break. He decided to come out and work for a couple days while he's on spring break for Minnesota Crookston. So he's going to help. He's helping Troy shovel off this little section of ice so we can kind of get that melted off. We've got some bags of humates coming, which is just a black substance that you can spread out on ice and snowpack and kind of accelerate the melting process. So we're going to put that down this afternoon. That should be here pretty much any minute. So, but here we are in putting green looking at some stuff. Yesterday this is pretty much all covered with snow. Now we've got a good section of the cover starting to show down into the low areas. So I imagine by later today most of the snow should be gone. That's why we'll get some black humates on this ice, and that'll go. A couple of the other interesting things, if we look down here at the cover, see this some vole damage, some vole trails. This one comes right into the cover, but didn't really chew at the cover too much. Gets just inside of that cover and then stopped. So you know, you can kind of see right through here how he followed the edge of the cover, but didn't really get inside of that. So it's kind of another, maybe a good deterrent of keeping the voles off the green. They just follow that edge and don't want to get underneath it. Okay, we're still here on the putting green. Kind of see some turf here. Everything looks pretty good on it. No snow mold in it. You start coming across. Got some water starting to melt and some ice. So here's the ice that's on the bottom there, but still looks pretty porous, so I'm not too concerned with it yet. Follow this edge up here, you get up in here and see where this cover is. You know, that's right where the ice stops. So this tells us, you know, those covers are doing exactly what we want them to do. You got no ice where the cover's at. Move off the cover. You got a lot of ice. And that's basically what how this came about, was the temperatures in November. Put those covers down. It was, 60 degrees Monday, dropped down to 40s on Tuesday. It got cooler, got that snow, moisture, kind of started melting. So, over in here where that water started sitting and melting is where it just refroze. So now there's probably, once this ice comes off, there might be a little more frost in the ground here versus no frost underneath that cover. So. But you can look, we picked through some of this here. You can kind of see how there's quite a bit of air bubbles in there. Still fairly porous. So, but it's about 2 inches thick, just across a small little section here on the putting green that we used as a test. So, so we'll see in a couple weeks what this turf looks like underneath here. Here we got Nick gonna spread a little bit of humates on this ice on the putting green here. Humates is just basically it's a soil organic, so it's not going to do any fertilizer effects, but you can see how black it is, a little dusty. So it puts a nice little black coating on that ice, so that should burn through with some sun getting on it. Snow's melting really good right now. So okay, here we are, number 12 green. See the high spots are starting to clear off. High spots over here is cleared off. Still snow in the low spots. So what we did here is we shoveled off that interface where that sod cut is coming off the low spot. So here's the very low spot. It's right in the middle here. And then if we walk up, you can see this ice on the bottom. This is off the green. As you work your way back up into the green, and where the covers are, there's some soil, good turf, cover edge, soil, some good turf. So basically, by having that sod out of there, if we wouldn't have cut that sod, this ice line right in here would probably be up closer towards the edge of that green, and that's where you're going to get those pools right on the edge of those low areas. So, so with the way things are melting off right now, this is exactly what we want to do with these sod cuts that we've got coming off the edge of these greens, is kind of channel some of that water away from the green before it starts refreezing once it hits that air surface again. So, we're up on the dry range tee. We still got a little bit of ice, but a lot of the tee is starting to get shown. Pretty much from the front to back. This drains from front to back now. So there's Nick up here just trying to put some more humates down on some of this ice, and Tonight's not supposed to freeze, but then we're looking at freezing Saturday, so we want to try to make sure this gets cleared off. Got Troy hauling some bags up with humates. Still a pretty good pile of snow kind of right in here, which is probably a drift from the trees just to the north of the tee box. But we can look at, and we still got a few bare spots here and there from last fall. But all in all, there's some pretty good turf up here yet. So smells pretty good. We don't have that anoxia smell up here, which we thought we might with kind of being up high, frost. The ground's pretty soft, so the frost has come out. That was in here, so I think we got some tip burn, especially right up on the front here. But all in all, I think we're in pretty good shape for the range tee. Get this cleared off probably Monday or Tuesday. We'll try to get the covers up here before that next wave of snow comes in.